very solemn occasion today, and certainly very sad for the family. I understand that. I've been through this. But I want you to indulge me for a moment, and let me tell you a very brief and little story that I think best explains the life of Al Nisbet as I knew it. It's from a very unlikely source. It is from a children's book from 1940, written by Dr. Seuss. It seems that there was this bird, a lazy bird named Maisie, and she had built a nest high up in a tree and laid an egg, but she was getting tired of sitting on it. So one day, this friendly elephant came walking by, and she said, "Would you please sit on my nest for me? I'm in real need of a vacation." And he said, "Well, an elephant can't sit on a nest. It'll crack the egg." She said, "Oh, yes, you can, please. I need a vacation so bad." So this elephant thought for a moment and then said, "All right, I'll sit on your egg as long as necessary." So she flew off. Of course, he didn't know that she wasn't even planning on coming back. She flew all the way to Tampa Bay, Florida for vacation. So, Horton the elephant, he had a plan. He braced up that tree to hold his great weight, and then he eased up the tree and gingerly sat on that egg so it wouldn't break. And then, of course, as the days went by, his friends came through town and they laughed at him, but yet he sat on the egg. And then the winter came, and it was freezing cold, and the wind and the snow and the icicles covered him, and yet he sat on that egg. Finally, spring came. He's still sitting on that egg. And the hunters came. And some hunters came and saw this elephant sitting up on the tree, on that nest, on an egg, and they said, "Let's shoot him." And one of the hunters said, "No, let's not shoot him. You know, I've never seen an elephant sitting up in a tree on a nest. So let's sell him to the circus." And I'm sure folks would love to see this. So they take the tree and they take the elephant, whose name is Horton, and the egg to the circus. And he's a big hit. And everybody pays to see this elephant sitting high on a tree on an egg. Well, the circus happens to travel to Tampa Bay, Florida. And Maisie's there. And she hears about the circus that's in town. So she decides to fly over there to see what's going on. So as she flies to the circus, she sees the 3 rings, and in the middle of the ring, she sees this elephant sitting up on a tree, on a nest, on an egg, and she immediately recognizes him. And she flies to him, and she said, "I know you. About a year ago, I asked you to sit on my nest. I laid an egg, and you said you would. But it's been almost a year, and I can't believe you're still sitting up there." And then Horton, the elephant, climbs down, and he looks at Maisie, and he said, "I meant what I said, and I said what I meant." An elephant is faithful 100%. Al Nisbet was faithful 100%. And not just to his family, but to his friends. Now, how did I know that? You folks don't know me. So how did I know that? That's a fair question, because, you know, we all attend funerals from time to time where people stand up here and say these glowing remarks and all these wonderful things about the person that has passed. And we're sitting there thinking, who are they talking about? That's not who I remember. But see, that's not the case here. That's not the case here. When I tell you Al Nisbet was faithful to not only his family and his friends, I know what I'm talking about. He and I were in business together for a number of years, Steve as well, through some really prosperous times and through some very trying times. And of course, that's when you really get to know somebody in all types of weather, so to speak. So I got to know him. I was a recipient of his generosity and his superb character. And to the extent, on one occasion, I will never forget it as long as I live. And that's why I'm here. Don't get me wrong, I love the Nisbet family. Steve and I are great friends, and I think Mom is great too. But I'm here to honor the most excellent character in the life that Al Nisbet lived. It was well lived. And I feel fortunate to have been his friend. Now, very quickly, I want to shift gears and say something to you from a more likely book that you normally hear from in circumstances like this. It's from the 3rd chapter of Revelation, where our Lord said, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man open the door, I will come in and have fellowship with him." About 10 days ago, I went to visit Al to talk about this very subject. And I found him to be what I thought close to death. And he gave me his solemn word that he would open that door. And I believe he did. So, as a favor to my friend Al, and for your sake, if you haven't opened that door, I would suggest you do so. You'll never regret it. And I'm sure Al is not regretting it. Now let's close with prayer. God in heaven, I pray that you fill this room with the peace that passes all understanding, that you comfort those here that are hurting the most. And Lord, finally we want to thank you for the life that was Al Nisbet. You left this world a little better off than when you came. And I was glad to know him. In the name of Jesus I pray, amen. Now, I've been asked to allow the family to leave first. So if you just allow them to leave first, and then there'll be multiple places here where you can receive them and speak to them, and I know you'd like to. So I guess the family now will just stand and go to their respective places.